Hey guys, welcome to episode 4. Today I'm going to be talking about expectations, or actually having no expectations, about this current climate that we're experiencing at the moment. So obviously everyone's got a different opinion about what's happening, how it's happening, what's going to happen next, what we're going to be given from the government, what we're going to be doing at work, what we're going to do for money, what we're doing with family, friends, everything. There's so much uncertainty at the moment. So personally, I think the best way to be about in this situation is to have zero expectations. And the pure reason for that is because then you have zero disappointment when it doesn't go the way you expect it to go. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean you can't be, planning ahead and looking forward to things or sorting things out that should have been done and expecting to do things in a certain way. But ultimately, it's just the little things that I think we need to focus on. So, for example, right. Last night, they announced on the news that the self-employed are going to be getting 80% of their tax returns for the last 3 years, averaged out or whatever it was. So things like that, people have been sort of umming and erring about what it's going to be. If you have zero expectations about what you're going to be getting from the government, then, it's only a bonus when they give you something extra. And it's the first time ever in history they're going to be giving us money essentially for doing nothing other than staying at home to help fight this virus. So, having zero expectations gives you the option to basically be a lot more surprised and thankful for when things do go our way and when we can get a little bit of help from people like the government in this situation. Another example is when you go to the shops, right? Let's say you write a list, okay, and you go to the shops. There isn't much in the shops at the moment, and probably not a lot of your list is going to be in the shop. So don't go expecting to get everything you need, right? Just go with a list as a guideline, okay? Let's say you want rice, but you only find pasta. That's fine, but don't expect to find rice because you'll only be disappointed if it's not there, right? But if you find pasta, it gives you an idea, it gives you an opportunity to make something different for a change, right? Another example, gyms and exercise. Let's say you've been at the gym and what your workout is as it is, and you do it every week, week in, week out. But now it's been flipped upside down because the gyms are closed. Okay. Now online there are hundreds of free workouts going on, like hundreds on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. People are getting right into this. It's amazing. So don't expect your workout to be the same at the gym that it is going to be now at home, because it's not. So open-minded attitude towards working out is the way forward. So just try a new class, try some yoga, try some Pilates, try a HIIT workout, try going for a run, try something different, but have zero expectations, and you never know, you might be surprised, okay? One other example is trying something new at home, okay? So let's say now you're working from home, or you've got kids at home, or you've got something going on in your life that means that you have to change slightly. Don't have any expectations about how it's going to work and how you think it should work and how it should be same as your workplace or, same as your normal day, because it's not. It's not going to be the same. Everything's changed. Everything's different. So the less expectation you have about the way your day is going to run, the more creative, the more open-minded, the more flexible you can be. All right, around doing things differently. So, if you wanted to try working from home and you're used to doing it at the kitchen table, but now you can't because other people are around, maybe try changing the room. Or maybe if you've got like a space outside in the garden, you can do it out there. Or, just be flexible and open-minded about things and have zero expectations about it, because then you'll lead to less disappointment and you'll be able to cope better with the current climate. Okay. The other thing I wanted to talk about was a couple of, things that we can focus on other than the virus. Okay. And obviously there are lots of people out there who've been affected by the virus, and my heart goes out to those people that are dealing with it, and obviously all the NHS staff and people on the front line dealing with everything that's going on. And we cannot thank you enough for all the help you're putting into this absolute epic battle that we're fighting. But in terms of what other companies and other people are doing and what it's sort of brought to light over the last couple of days and weeks is quite amazing. For example, the community spirit. Community spirit has gone sky high. People are talking to each other in the local community. They're helping each other. They're making sure that everybody is okay through this really, really crazy time. Help for the elderly. There's sections. There's time slots for elderly people at supermarkets now, which I think is great. And there's more focus on actually helping those that are more vulnerable than the rest of us, which I think is a real plus point. People that are out of work, i.e. sports people, particularly footballers, I've heard that they're doing an online FIFA tournament between professional footballers to help raise money for the coronavirus, which I think is great. You know, they're basically using their skills, and even though it's not real football, it's on a computer, but still, it's a way of creating a bit of vibe and a bit of a community feel again, and some money towards this cause. Another one. Clean hands. Everyone's now more aware of having clean hands. I mean, it should have been a thing forever, but obviously it's now become much more aware, and we will go forward in this. The world will be a very different place going forward, and clean hands hopefully will be something that will go forward and it will prevent anything like this ever happening again. Big companies, TikTok, Crocs, Pornhub, for God's sake, they're donating money to this cause. They're making it easier for people to get on their websites if that's what you're into. Even Crocs are giving away loads and loads of free shoes to the NHS and cleaning staff to help with obviously their battle in this. It's also a really, really good time for like self-development, self-reflection. You can spend a lot of time, obviously, moping around the house and getting worried and anxious about what's going on, or you can embrace it. And as I said before, have zero expectations about what's about to happen. Just focus on you. Focus on what you can do to yourself and your inner circle to help you get through this. So whether it's taking some time out and opening a book, or spending time with your children and your family, or whether it be going for a walk to get out of the house to sort of help your anxiety, or just to focus on that to-do list you haven't been doing for weeks and weeks and weeks. Just focus on you, get some self-development under your belt, and you never know, it might actually make you feel a bit better about this whole scenario. And the last thing, which I think we all need to appreciate, is basically what we now can look at and we can take for granted, or we were taking for granted, I think, in a lot of ways. Things like shelter, food, water, people, jobs, shops, gyms, entertainment, activities, and ultimately our freedom. They've all been taken away from us. Okay, so I think going forward, we need to realize that these things are so easy to be taken away from us. They can literally go like that. And if we are sensible and we can get through this time, then going forward, I think we all need to just be a bit more appreciative and a bit more grateful for those little things that we do, unfortunately, take for granted a lot of the time in life. But anyway, yeah. So guys, if you can, try and focus on yourself and self-development and helping those in your inner circle. Keep an open mind, keep flexible, and ultimately have zero expectations about what's about to happen, because nobody knows. Hopefully, and I personally think we'll be absolutely fine. And if anything, the world's going to be a better place going forward. But yes, I think that we have to look at the positives in times like this, and just keep smiling.